It's the first time in about a month that I've stopped by the church building, and it's lovely to be in this space, and it's really not the same. Over the last 3 years, as we grappled with the reality of restoring the building, and then the question of whether we could really do it, and then the process of raising the money and doing the work, and at last, all the scaffolding's gone now, and we're in good shape. One of the refrains through all that time was to remind us that the church isn't the building, the church is all of us. We're here caretakers of this beautiful and glorious space that meets our needs right now. And it's an impressive accomplishment that it's still standing 3 years later with a lot of hard work. But the church isn't the building, and I feel that so acutely stopping by this afternoon. It's empty. It's missing you all. It's missing the people. Church is you all. It's a hard moment in the pandemic right now. It's a hard moment in the life of the city. In mid-November right now, we've gone back to an almost stay-at-home order that's not exactly a stay-at-home order. We've gone back to caps of 10 people or more in gatherings. And the mayor warned this week that we could expect 1,000 to 2,000 people to die in the next 2 months as COVID surges back up again. In a moment like this, more than anything, what I want to do is to welcome you all in and shake hands and give hugs and see that happening. I miss so dearly seeing the food spread out over there, but more than that, the hospitality that you all bring to each other. The community that you create when we're there in person, when we're here. This place isn't the same without all of you. And as much as I missed being here, even standing in the room, I still miss being here. Because this isn't the church without you present. We've done difficult things before, we'll do difficult things again. And we'll get through this like we have for 8 months now, one day at a time. We'll get through this by staying connected with each other. The pods that have started up that keep us with each other. And the Sunday services that at least give us a place to chat with each other or visit in coffee hour afterwards. If I could say one other thing besides missing you all, if I could say one other thing besides the emptiness that this house has right now, it's to encourage you as strongly as I can not to shut down and not to turn inward. In this season, from year to year, we often talk about slowing down and turning inward, and there's all sorts of good, healthy introspection that happens right now, and especially in the Advent season, the season of pause and darkness. But friends, there's another kind of shutting down and turning inward too, right? Which is not picking up the phone when it rings, or not making the phone call. There's a kind of shutting down in which our world gets smaller and smaller. And it's just exactly that I hope I can encourage you not to fall into, but instead to pick up the phone, write a note, send a card, say hello. The church directory is there for you all as church members and friends, exactly so that you can reach out to one another. And so my charge to you in this moment, if I can offer either an instruction or a friendly word, is to say 2 things. Pick up that phone when it rings and chat with the person on the other end of it, who you may not know all too well. And pick up the directory. Give somebody a call. Chat with them, even though you may not know them all too well. The kind of natural community that forms when we're all standing here in person is a little bit harder to create these days. But it heartens me standing in an empty room to think of those connections still going on, those connections of each of us to each other. We'll see you soon.